Hello everyone, welcome back. Today in this tutorial I am trying to explaining about the concept is map. So in previous videos I already explained about list, set, queue and its implemented classes. If you did not watch those videos, watch those videos, then you will get some clarity on list, set, queue and corresponding implemented classes. So map is a special collection. So either it may be list, set, queue. All these collections can be used to store single values. Either it may be integers 10, 20, 30, like this, single values or characters also, like this, all single values, right? So either it may be list, set or queue. All these collections, and I mean either anyway list is an interface. I am saying about its implemented classes. So we can use, I mean, to store the values in single value, but map is special collection. So map can be used to store the data in the form of key value pairs. So key comma value. So like if you want to store employee details, so key will be employee name, value will be employee id, like that. So employee name, employee name is string and employee id will be, so like this, integer. So like this you can represent. So that is about map was introduced in 1.2, and moreover that map is not child of collection. So if you can observe that collection hierarchy here, so collection child, I mean child interfaces are list, set, queue, but map is not, I mean child of collection. So map itself is an interface. I mean inside this map won't have any parent. Map is the parent for all its implemented classes like map. So map is an interface and its implemented classes is HashMap. Second one is LinkedHashMap, and remaining we have navigable map. Navigable map is an interface. And one more child interface is sorted map, and its implemented classes is TreeMap. This is class. Even linked hash map also class, hash map also class. So if we can observe the map collections hierarchy, map don't have parent. Map itself is the parent for all its implemented classes. So that is the one important point you need to remember when you are, when in interview point of view also, and moreover that when you are working with collection, I mean called map collection. In that case, map don't have parent. Map itself is then parent. So its implemented classes are HashMap, LinkedHashMap, and navigable map and sorted map. These two are interfaces, and TreeMap is implemented class for the two interfaces. So this is about map hierarchy. So map was introduced in, I said right, JDK 1.2. So if we have doubt before JDK 8, so before I mean JDK 1.2. So what is the collection Java developers are used to make the data in the form of key value pair? So before, so map was introduced in 1.2, but before 1.2 we have legacy collections to represent the data in the form of key value pair, like so dictionary. So dictionary is the abstract class and its child is hash table. These are all introduced in 1.0. I mean from Java starting onwards. Hash table, and one more class is a dictionary is abstract class, hash table is class, and properties. So before JDK 1.8 to represent, I mean before JDK 1.2 to represent the data in the form of key value pairs, legacy collections like dictionary, hash table, anyway dictionary abstract class, right? Java developers are using hash table and properties. But 1.2 onwards, we have advanced collections like HashMap, linked HashMap, and a TreeMap. Now let me try to explain about how data will be represented in the in map, and moreover that how to access elements from map. Means some terminology will be there. So when you are trying to insert data in map, you can't access, there is no method like get. So in that case you need to follow some different approach. Let me try to show you that. So when you are trying to insert a data key value format, so one key one value is called one entry. This is called entry. This is the terminology. Inside map, this entry is the interface. Anyway, map is an interface, right? So map is an interface. Inside this map interface, one of the interface will be there. I will show you the documentation. Entry. So what is the entry? One key value is called key value. One key value is called one entry. So like this number of key value pairs, we can call it as a entry set. Like, so if you are trying to create hash map, like let me try to create. So here I can create hash map. So key value and corresponding reference new hash map. So like this, you can pass here any data type like string, integer, character, float, double, whatever it may be, depending on your requirement. Let me imagine with a string and integer. So I want to enter data for employee. So in that case, map dot one of the method inside exist. I mean map is put. By using put method, we can enter one key value pair. Like I am trying to enter employee name is Varun and employee ID is somewhat some random number I am trying to provide. Now this is called one entry. So again, if I can enter one more employee data, map dot put G1 5433. So this is called one more entry. Like this, if we can observe all these data, like key value first one is Varun, right? Varun, and value is 5432. So this is called one entry. So one key, one value, key value pair. And one more you are trying to insert, right? Like this. One more, you can call it as a one more entry, key value pair G1 5433. So if I can put one more object, map dot put of Karun 5434. So one more entry I am trying to add 5434. So this is called one entry. Entry, entry, and this is also one more entry. So all these entries we can call it as an entry set, one entry set. Let me try to draw that. So entry set also one of the method that exists inside map. So one by one, this is one entry, right? One entry, one entry, one entry. So I already said we don't have a method called m dot get. So this is does not exist. Then how we can access the elements from map? So this is also one of the mostly asked interview question. How we can access elements from map? So if you are trying to store the data in the form of entries, how we can access? So first we need to get entry by entry. So we can't access by using get. So for that case, we can use enhanced for loop or by using streams also. Let me explain with enhanced for loop. So for what is this value? Entry, right? So we need to represent entry also have key values. So entry. So what is the key type and value type? We need to specify string, value type is integer, and entry name we can pass anything, and corresponding map reference we need to pass. So like this. Now from this map I am trying to access entry by entry. Like this it will go, it will repeat until unless all all entries are processed. Like this we can access the elements. Once you got the entry, we have methods like get key, get value. So to access the key, this is called key part, right? Key, and this one is value. Now if you want to access only key or only value or both, we have methods like, so e dot get key. Like this, some methods are there. I will show you the documentation. So e dot get value. So like this we can access it. So this is called entry set. Pink color you are seeing, right? All entries you can call it as a entry set. These are the terminology you need to remember when you are working with maps. So one key value pair is called one entry, number of entries is called entry set. So if you want to get all entry sets, one of the method will be there called m dot entry set. It will return all entries, I mean number of entries whatever you entered, I mean with the help of put method. So this is the one method, put, for adding the elements, entry set to get all entries, and contains key. Frequently used methods I am trying to explain. So contains key, contains value, corresponding value, contains key, contains value, size, clear. I will show you the documentation. These are the some methods: put all, entry, entry set, contains key, contains value, size, clear. These are the some methods. I will show you when I wrote the example on IDE. So now I hope you got some clarity what is map and its implemented classes, and how internally map value, I mean key value will be represented. So how to access by using entry only. You can't access directly key. First we need to get entry, from that entry you can get value or key. Like this you can access. I will show you the documentation about entry corresponding map. Now let me try to explain about map. I mean first implemented class, that is HashMap. After writing some example what are the methods present inside map, and moreover that HashMap. I already created a package called map. Inside map, HashMap example file I created. So let me try to explain about, I mean I already make some points about HashMap, and moreover that some questions about HashMap. So underlying data structure for HashMap is hash table. Null values, I mean it allows only one null key, multiple null values means. So even though if we are trying to add more than one null key, it will override previous one. So ordering, so does not guarantee the any specific order, I mean because of this internal data structure, I mean hash table, we can't get the, I mean guarantee, right? I mean for accessing the elements in whatever the data you are trying to add same order, we can't guess. That's what third point is saying. So it does not give guarantee about insertion order. Duplicate keys, I mean duplicate, when you are talking about duplicate value, I mean elements, so keys won't be duplicate but values may be duplicate. So only one key is allowed. Anyway you are trying to add more than one duplicate key also, you won't get any compilation error, but last one will be replaced by previous one. And thread safety, so it is not thread safe. And next one is performance. So generally provides constant time, means anyway because of this hash table, right? Once you find the index by using hash function, directly it will go to corresponding location and it will get the data. That's why you can say constant time. Iterating, so the order of the iteration is not guaranteed. Anyway this point is duplicate for third point. And fail fast iterator, so iterating method, I mean at the time of iterating hash map, we are trying to change that structure, I mean if you are trying to add or remove the elements, so you will get concurrent modification exception. So when to use hash map, so best use case is catching. Now let me try to explain about one by one each question, I mean I will write answer. So first one is how to create hash map. So we can use map. Map is the interface and its implemented class is HashMap. So here I am trying to consider string, and next one is value is integer. So I am trying to provide next reference new HashMap. Now let me show you the documentation about map. Like this, we can create hash map by using put method m.put. We can add. Before that, let me show you the documentation about map. So map is itself is an interface, right? Map don't have parent. So like collection iterable. So map is the itself an interface. Its implemented classes are HashMap, LinkedHashMap, and TreeMap. So let me try to observe what are the methods present inside map. So size is empty contains, each method has specific behavior. Depending on use case, you need to use corresponding method, like to get the values, to get the key set, to remove all elements, put more than one entry set at a time. More than one entry at a time, removing an object from that collection, entry, put anyway, we can add elements, get by using key, you can get the corresponding value. So at the time of explaining whiteboard, I said, right, there is no concept like get. So here, get means it will return, once you pass the key, it will return value, if you can observe the return type. So I am trying to explain about, so you won't get a key value at a time, that concept is not available in map. So once you pass the key, you will get value, but not key value at a time. That's This is the point I explained at the time I was explaining whiteboard. And moreover, the last one is entry set. It will return all entries. By using this entry set only, we can iterate the map. And moreover, that I already explained, right? Entry is the one interface that exists inside map itself. Let me open that. So entry is the interface inside map. So entry also expecting key value. This is also 1.2. So if we can observe map also 1.2. So entry have specific methods like get key, get value to access the key, to access the value, to update the value, equals method. Anyway, to avoid duplicates, this equals and hash code plays major role. And comparing by key, comparing by value. These are the overloaded methods for sorting purpose. So this is about map and entry. Now let me try to use one of the method called put to add the elements m dot put. So like this you can add. I'm trying to provide name, employee name, and corresponding ID 5432. Enough. So like this you can add more than one also you can add, but by using add all at a time. So I explained here, right? So what is the method? So put all by using parameter is map itself. So anyway you can use factory method, right? Instead of putting like this, I will use factory method, put all. So map off, map dot off. So I'm trying to provide key comma value separator, like here all are comma separated. So I'm trying to provide 5432, 5434. Next one is one more employee name I'm trying to provide. So 5435. So anyway, here I will update it. Instead of duplicate name. Now let me try to print that map, how it will look like. So I got the data in the form of key value pair, right? All here we have four objects. Two I added by using put, two added by added by using put all. So like this, either you can approach single value, one entry, or couple of entries at a time. Next one is how to create hash map with in-cell capacity. So if we can observe hash map in-cell capacity, default in-cell capacity is 16. Let me show you that. So initially it will create array of 16 buckets. So each bucket is having, like linked list, right? It will contain node. So if we don't know about, how internal hash map works, I will explain in coming videos. Array of 16 buckets will be created, then it will maintain the linked list. So and moreover that in 1.8 the Oracle people make some enhancements. If it is reaches the maximum value, I mean 8, it will convert a linked list in the form of balanced tree. So here default initial capacity, anyway loading factor, default load factor also 0.75, and maximum capacity, default initial capacity is 16. So they are using bitwise shift operator for optimizing the time, I mean performance. There is bitwise shift, but we are observing here, right? So 16 is the default initial capacity. So if you want to override the default initial capacity, yes you can. So by using the one of the parameterized constructor called HashMap of, like this. If you want 36, 46, whatever it may be, depending on your requirement, you can pass that integer parameter, it will create it. You can override the default initial capacity. So how to add elements to HashMap? Anyway, I already explained here. I can move that these methods to here, then it will be valid answer for this corresponding question. How to add elements? By using put or by using put all method. How to check if the element exists in the hash map or not? So I want to check Tarun is exist or not. For that, let me try to write one condition. If, how we can check? By using contains key. So corresponding key I am trying to pass. If it exists, I am trying to print yes. Otherwise, I will print no. Now let me try to execute. So Tarun is exist. That's why I got S. So if I can change this somewhat, I mean instead of Tarun, if I can write some other name. So I got no. Why? Because that key corresponding, I mean corresponding key is not available inside map. That's why I got no. Like this, who can check the given element is exist or not. I mean key exist or not. So let me try to explain about duplicate and null values here. I mean null values and duplicates, how it will behave. So if I can add one more employee, I mean duplicate employee, with the employee ID, I want to change some number, but employee name is duplicate. Try to observe. So if you can observe here, Tarun, right? So two objects, I mean two keys, I mean duplicate keys I added here, but it is considering only one. So Tarun. So previous one is 5432, but here 5439. Why? Because previous one is overridden by recent one. Even though if we can add one more thing, so 5440. Now all this, I mean 31 entry will be replaced by 32, 32 entry replaced by 33. Observe that. So I got 5440. This is about, even though you are trying to add duplicate keys, you won't get any compilation error, but it will override previous one with last one. Value, I mean null also applicable for, rule is applicable for null value, I mean null keys also. So if I can add map dot put off null, and the value I am trying to provide here 5441. So by default, null will goes to first position. That is the one expected behavior. So by default, it is going to first, right, in hash map. So if I can add one more null, I won't get any compilation error, but previous one is update, I mean replaced by recent one. So in this case, I will get 54, I mean 42. This one is replaced. So this is the behavior about duplicate keys and null keys. And moreover that, if you are trying to add duplicate values, no problem. So here wantedly I am trying to provide duplicate, I mean uh, IDs, but it is not valid scenario, but I am trying to show you. So here I provided for two employees same employee ID. Now let me try to run. So I got Karun and Minan, right? So Karun and mean and 5434 5434. So duplicate values are allowed, duplicate keys are not allowed. This is the conclusion about, duplicates about keys and values you need to remember. So next one is how to remove elements from hash map. So by using remove, so let me try to apply that method. So m dot remove corresponding object you need to pass. So it's object you are trying to remove. Let me try to wantedly, instead of these duplicates, anyway I want to remove last one. Now let me try to update with no problem, duplicate id also no problem. So I want to remove, you need to pass corresponding key, then it will return entry, whole entry it will remove. So now let me try to observe it before and after remove, how it will look like, hash map. So before removing, after removing. So before I have four objects, five objects before. After I have four objects. That is about remove. If you can pass corresponding key, then it will return whole entry. Next one is how to get size of the hash map by using size method. Let me try to show you that. M dot size, it will print the corresponding size. So now the size will be 4, right? Why? Because in anyway I removed at line number 46. Now the size will be, expected size is 4. You got 4. So next one I need to explain how to, access. This is the one of the most asked, mostly asked interview question, how to access elements from map. So map is not, special data collection, right? So in that case, you can't apply directly for loop. So first you need to get entry set. From that entry set, you can access it. So let me try to explain first approach by using entry set. So I can't get directly. There is no method get, right? If you want to get only one, after passing key you will get value, but I want whole entry. And moreover that n number of entries will be there. All entries I want one by one. In that case, entry of, you need to specify same generics for whatever you declared for map, hash map. So entry and entry set. From entry set we are extracting entry. So where is that entry set exist? So m dot entry set, it will return set of entries. So now we can access one by one. So methods exist inside entries: get value, get key to access the element, key, get key to access the value, get value, and e dot get value. Now let me try to run it. So I got the, all four objects one by one. Like this you can access. This is old approach. If you want a new approach by using streams, so first we need to get, for streams also, first you need to get entry set. You can't apply stream. So here I am not getting, right? So I'm getting compilation error. Why? Because first we get entry set, then only you can apply stream. Let me try to show you that. So entry set, now I will get stream. So with that entry set only you can apply stream. So for each, so same you can follow system.out.println. So before that I need to provide one variable for lambda expression, right? So e, next I'm trying to write to implement, this is the implementation of consumer. For each method parameter is consumer, right? If you can observe the documentation. So let me try to remove this compilation error. So for each is expecting consumer, right? So this is the implementation of consumer. Now same like this you can get key, get value. So both are. Let me try to provide some separator here. So four objects, four entries are there inside hash map. one by using enhanced for loop, one by using streams. This is how to access elements from hash map. Next one is clear hash map. How to clear? So if you want to clear, one of the method will be there like clear. So if I can m dot clear, return type is void. Now let me try to observe the size. Once it is cleared, the size will be 0. So size is 0. Next one is hash map is empty or not, how to check. So if it is empty, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Here in this case size is 0, right? We are expecting true. Let me try to show you that. So is empty, we already cleared the map, now we are expecting true, so we got the result as a true. Next one is how to remove all elements from the hash map. By using clear only we can remove all elements. I already removed, right? That's why I got here true. How to get unmodifiable map? By using collections utility class collections dot unmodifiable map method, we will get unmodifiable map. Corresponding reference we need to pass, then it will return unmodifiable map. So here reference is m, right? So I'm trying to assign like this, we will get unmodifiable map. This is also mostly asked in interview question. So it will throw concurrent modification exception, right? How we can get unmodifiable map? We will get by using collections dot unmodifiable map. So if I can, at the time of iterating m dot put, if I can add like any employee, like so Jatin I'm trying to add, and corresponding employee ID is 54321. I will get concurrent modification exception. So concurrent modification exception, that's why it is not thread safe. So this is with this we will get by using unmodifiable map. So this is the problem with normal hash map. So if you are trying to disturb the size at the time of iterating, you will get concurrent modification exception. So that's why it is not thread safe. So this is about hash map and some important points. If you like the content and you learned something new from this video, hit on like button and subscribe Programming KT. Thanks for watching.